I want to welcome you back to Learn with Brandon, the boy child, the girl child's perspective. We ended session 1 by introducing ourselves to information or the information age.
Okay.
And Faith, the medical worker, tells us that information has something to do with the difference between 50 years ago and today, or even tomorrow. So, Faith.
Yes.
What is the role of information in the parenthood today?
And the parent.
As opposed
today.
to the 50 years ago.
Okay. So, let's say, so the previous ages, known as the African Traditional Society, maybe at that time, they had a view that the community raises the child, right? But with, change that has come, now we have come to an age where the parent and the child are the only people involved. So back then, when you didn't know something, or maybe your parents were too shy, like the mothers, to indulge some information, they'll just send their kids to the auntie. So the auntie or the uncle, so maybe they'll train these children in a certain way. Or maybe when this child would do something in society that was labeled as antisocial, as an indiscipline, anyone at that time was allowed to discipline them.
Yes.
But right now it's different. Okay. What you may call it an indiscipline, the parent may find it okay.
Yes.
So you have no right to actually touch my child, because to me it's okay. And as long as I don't see any fault with it, who are you who didn't help me in that labor to push my child to come and beat my kid? See? So with today's society, we have been introduced to an age whereby the children are so confined in the four walls of the home or the house, whatever you call it, or in gates. So we are not exposed usually. So that's why when we get out, we get challenges. We don't know who to trust exactly. We don't know how people are. We think that since we can trust our parents, then we can trust anyone. And since maybe our parents treat us in a certain way, so the society also treats us in that same way. So the pampering and the babysitting of the parents pre-programs the brain of this child that everything will always be okay, or it will always be like how my parents raised me, which is ideally not actually true, because you go to a society and you've been handled like an egg, and this one will treat you like a stone. I mean, they can throw you anywhere, they can manipulate you, throw you this side and that side, and to them it's okay because that is society. They don't care how you were raised. If you come from a rich family, everyone will be betrayed once upon a time in their life. They'll find out that their friends maybe like them because of their money or their looks, not just because they are them. Or maybe you'll find out that your friends are not as loyal as you thought, so they'll go spreading rumors or gossip or even spill your secrets. So that's the challenge. And then in this area, we have been introduced to a lot of information at different ages, sometimes even at inappropriate ages for that information. So it also creates a challenge, which was way different from the ATS, because at that time they would know when a child is young, all they'll do is think about play, constructive play, maybe build houses, play hide and seek, run through the plantation, and that's it. When a girl starts clicking to puberty, they know maybe now, mentoring the girl role in them. And if the mother really can't do it, we'd send them to the auntie, because first, remember, the bond between a mother and a child will have some extent of pampering, right? And of course, when it's your mother saying it, there might be some stubbornness that may stem. After all, this is my mom, But when they send you to a foreigner, this is a new environment. It's not that necessarily they're a foreigner. You know them, yes, but you don't know their living conditions. You're not well adapted with how they do their things or how they train, their children. So when you go there, you find out their way of doing things is actually different. And that will bring you to two aspects. One, it will teach you to tolerate. It will teach you to adapt. and then you actually be introduced on how different people are, so that the next time, you know, they just throw you in society like that, you know that you can survive any situation. But now, poor these my darling dears who are born in ghettos, have seen ghettos for the rest of their lives. Their parents are so protective. The moment they just encounter something small, they are not well equipped for the independence.
Okay.
Everything they've been depending on their parents. Mommy drives me to school 6 a.m., picks me up 6 a.m. Mommy, when we go shopping, well, she's the one that knows the colors that fit me, the panties that fit me, the shoes that I should be putting on. Yes. Well, mommy is the one that knows what is good, what is best for me, which is actually correct. Yes, but then it does not allow you to be in charge of your life, to make decisions for your own, yeah? And also, you reach a point where everything is mommy. Banking school fees, it is mommy. Any small challenge, mommy. It's like you don't have a brain of your own. Okay. Yeah, like you cannot really think for yourself. It has to be someone else to do it for you. This is why people get challenges in high school. They bring someone has been in primary, you know, their school, and maybe their mom has been doing everything. They don't know how to wash. They don't know that people brush their teeth. Yeah. They don't know how to lay a bed, because we have maids that do that for us. They don't, even after eating, you have to wash the plate, you know, or you have to wash your fork.
They have to be told.
Yes, they have to be told. You don't know how to really arrange your things neatly.
Yes, yes.
Because someone else has been doing that for you. You know, when someone when you misplace something, you mistake it for someone stealing it. So the next action is call mommy. Mommy this, mommy that. So you can't really initiate action, you as a person, to develop individuality. I don't think a person can actually survive